Okay, hi and welcome to this week's webinar. I want to talk today about the fastest way to make money online, something that should appeal to most of you. So let me know if you can hear me. If you can just type yes loud and clear or something like that in the chat box, and that way I'll know that I'm not talking to myself. So just okay, hi and welcome to this week's webinar. I want to talk today about the fastest way to make money online. It seems to be working in my test. I've got my my laptop there, so let's just have a look and see who we've got in. Not many at the moment. Okay, you need to publicize these events, folks, and get people here. It will help you to build your business. There is no reason why you can't get members to attend these webinars. If I publicize this, I can get 50, 60 people here. There's no reason why you can't get 2, 3, 4, 5. So I leave that with you, but we're going to get started. I've not got any slides, but what I will do is I will from time to time type things up on the notepad, and you'll be able to download if you want. I'm just typing at the moment. I'm typing, who are you, an employer or an employee? And that may seem a silly question, but what I mean there is, how do you view this? Do you view it as a job or as a business? Because if you're viewing your online marketing attempts as a job, you're never going to make that breakthrough that you need to do. An employee, somebody in a job, they expect to get paid in return for hours. They turn up purely because they know they're going to get paid at the end of the week. And that's the employee. The employer, on the other hand, has a totally different mindset. He puts his money out there. He says, okay, I'm going to try employing this guy. It's going to cost me X amount of money. I'm going to spend time training them. And I'm going to look for a return from my investment in them. And that's the difference between an employee and an employer. An employee is looking to receive before he gives, and the employer is giving before he gets. And if it doesn't work, what happens? He gets rid of that employee, or he retrains them. Whatever it is, he makes his decision to have taken that person on. He invests in them and views the results. And there's a constant tweaking and education process going on with that person, so that the return that he gets back from that investment is increased constantly. And that is what an employer does. He's prepared to invest with the potential of a return in the future. And that's the way you should be looking at your business, from the employee angle. I quite often get people who, not so much now because I'm not involved in things in the same way, but when I had a multi-level marketing business, whether it was as a distributor in that business or whether it was as the owner of the business, and because I've been both, there were often people who said to me, why do I have to pay to promote your products or the company's products? Because there was a fee, a joining fee, a registration, or an ongoing affiliate fee, or whatever it may have been. And that really indicates that they were the employee situation. They wanted to be told that they would get a certain amount of money for putting in a certain number of hours. And that's not how business works. And if you're online and you're looking to make money online, then you need to change your attitude. If that is your attitude, you've got to look at things of, where can I invest my time and my money to get a return that I will be happy with? And so that's the first thing you've got to do. Now, I called this the fastest way to make money online, and the reason I put that in is, well, it's twofold, and I'm going to get to them both at the end. And I've got a nice download for you later on as well. It's the final module in the list building series I've been giving away, part 4, and it's about how to increase your conversions and sales, and I'm going to talk more about that in a bit as well. So I'll get back to those things, but yeah, I called this the fastest way to make money online, partly because I can tell you the fastest way that you can make money online, and partly because this society that we're in today is a now society. People want things like that. They want them now. They don't want to wait. They don't want to put in the effort. They don't want to. I mean, people can't even let the microwave finish its cycle before they open the door and get the thing out. You'll go into most homes that you go into, and on the microwave there'll be seconds or minutes left on the microwave, because people just don't have the patience to wait till it finishes. They want it now. They want it before it's ready sometimes. And so that is why we're talking about the fastest way to make money online. So first of all, get into the right frame of mind. Get into the mindset that you're in business. You're not doing a job, you're in business. And then you've got to have the vision that a businessman has. You've got to be able to see what you want. You've got to be able to look at what it is you're hoping to achieve. Let me type in vision. I'll put these up afterwards. And then once you've decided what it is that you want to achieve, you've got to focus on it. And this is what, once again, the businessman does. He says, right, this is what I want to do. That is where I'm going. That is what I'm going to focus on. But I see so many people that get online and they want all the things that are promised in all the hyped up opportunities out there. And I'm going to talk to you later on as well about an amazing opportunity I'm putting together, which will produce you, okay, it's not going to be a life-changing income, but with just 20 people in your business, we'll be producing you over $2,300 a month. And it's going to be so easy. In fact, you're going to fail your way to success with this business, because if you can just have 1% success, 99% failure, you will achieve what I've just talked about, and that's just with 20 people. And as you are able to grow it beyond there, that there is unlimited income potential. And that's something I'm going to talk to you again a little bit later on. So where were we? Vision. Yeah, you've got to have the vision. You've got to see what you want. You've got to know exactly where you're aiming to get. And then you've got to focus on that. Now, I see, as I say, so many people see all this hype. They want this internet lifestyle. They want to be able to work anywhere in the world, to travel. They want to be able to have enough money to pay all the bills. They want to put the kids through college. They want all these things. They want a boat and a big house and a new car. And, you know, they want this ideal lifestyle. And it is available and it is achievable. But it's achievable, one, if you've got this employee mindset, and two, if you do what most people do, and that's like they're on the parade, if you like. They're moving down the street and they see this shop here, and oh, I'll go in and buy something there, and then they walk, oh, and I'll get something here, and they've forgotten what it was they bought last time, and they're switching and changing. Their focus is changing. There are lots of reasons for this, and I'll go into some of them. They keep changing their focus. I know that some of the products that I have, because I've tracked them, some of the things that we sell to people to get that they download, or that are available for download, or that are opened on a website, because I've got fingers in a lot of pies, and I track and see what's happening. And you know, 50% of the people that buy products don't even open them. They've forgotten what it was before they moved on to the next thing. Some of these products are low cost, $5, $7. Some of them are, you know, $30, $40, $50. Some of them are $100. And yet people don't even open them. They just move on to the next thing. If you take a look and talk to people in your downline, ask them how many products they've bought and how many of them they've actually used. It's like people, you know, and I'm guilty of this in this instance. I like to go to these county fairs and things, you know, and there's always people there demonstrating the latest gadget for the kitchen, and it looks great, and you're embroiled in the gadgetry and what's going on and how easy it is to slice a cucumber or make a salad or create a pumpkin pie or whatever it may be. And you think, that's great, I've got to have it. And you're there and you hand over your cash and you take it home, and where does it end up? It ends up in that cupboard under the sink or in the storage somewhere. You know, it never gets used. And people are the same when they're buying things online. They see it, oh, shiny object, great, I've got to have it. And they may open it up. As I say, a lot of people don't even open it, but they may open it up and they say, oh, this looks complicated. I'll come back to that later. Oh, look at that shiny object there. Oh, got to have that one. And it's the same thing. You can't succeed if you're in that mindset. You've got to focus. It comes down to, what are you going to be doing to make money online? And the answer is, you're going to be making sales. Because if you don't make sales in any business, I don't care what the business is, if you don't make sales, you don't have a business. Now, I know people will tell me, oh, you don't need sales if you've got a blog and it's populated with Google AdSense, and or if you're doing CPA offers, because nobody has to buy anything, they just have to put in their zip code or their email address or whatever it may be. Look, if you don't sell that person the idea of going to the website in the first place, If you don't have the right people landing on the page that are relevant to the adverts that are there, they're not going to click on them. It's all part of sales. CPA offers. If you're wanting people to fill in their email address or whatever it is, you've got to learn how to get the right people there in the right frame of mind to do it. Because if you don't, they're just going to say, oh, that's another of those things, and or I'm not really interested in that, or whatever. It's sales. So don't let anybody ever tell you that selling involved. If you don't make sales, you don't have a business. Okay? Let me type that up on my sheet. As I say, I'm going to put this up later on, but it just saves me. Focus, make sales. Okay, focus, make sale, and it'll just help you perhaps recap when we go through this. So that's the first thing. You've got to pick what it is you're going to do and focus on it and make it work, because that's what business is about, making it work. I've got something here that I was thinking about, and you know what happens with a lot of people is they start on something and they get there. It maybe it can be anything. It can be CPA, it can be multi-level marketing, network marketing, affiliate marketing, whatever kind of marketing it is. Okay, they get their website set up. It may be their website even. It may be the website of whoever it is, the affiliate program. But it's there. They have the website, and they think, okay, now what have I got to do? I've got to drive traffic. And they're right. No traffic, no sales. Okay? So they go out and they spend, I don't know, $20 in Facebook advertising, and another $20 maybe on somewhere like Plenty of Fish. Maybe they even spend $50 on each, but I would recommend that you start small. And so that's $20, $25 on each of them. That's $50 that they spend on traffic. And they say, okay, that's $50 this week. And what happens? You get some sort of response. It may not be what you want, but you get some sort of response. And with a bit of luck, you'll get some subscribers added to your list, because if you're not building a list, you're not building a business. And you get a few subscribers on your list and nobody buys anything. And you think, oh, I've just spent $50 this week. Nobody's bought anything. If I do that next week, that's $100 and nobody buys anything. Okay, I've got a few subscribers, but nobody's buying anything. At the end of the month, I'll have spent $200 and I'm out of pocket. And so what happens is they quit. And they say, this isn't working. I'm going to go to have a go at some article marketing. Okay? Focus has gone. Bang. They're on to the next thing. But you get the other marketer who says, okay, I put $25 in Facebook and $25 in Plenty of Fish. But I found that I got more subscribers because this is a smart guy. He's been tracking and checking things. I got more subscribers from the Facebook ad than I did from Plenty of Fish, or vice versa. So he says, right, I'm going to go again, but I'm going to go with Facebook instead of Plenty of Fish. But he's been tracking as well, and he knows which keywords have been bringing the people, the subscribers to him. So he can eliminate some keywords and concentrate on the ones that have been working for him. And then he says, well, maybe the squeeze page isn't right because I'm getting people to opt in, but then they're not buying. So he makes little tweaks to his squeeze page, and he split tests that. He sets up split testing, and he maybe adds a video in or something like that, and maybe he makes it look prettier. Maybe he gets some graphics. He can get them done on Fiverr pretty well, so he puts some nice graphics on. And then he has another go. So week 2, and he finds he's got more subscribers coming in, and maybe he makes a sale, maybe he doesn't. But he's getting feedback, and he knows that he's doing a bit better than he was last time. He's got more subscribers. And then he says, okay, I've got to find out how I can warm these subscribers up so that they're going to buy. Because he's starting to think, and he says, these people are a bit skeptical of me. With due cause. They've come to him cold, and they don't know him from Adam. So you've got to warm them up. So he thinks, what can I do? So he says, okay, I'm going to start giving them things. I'm going to start putting things out there before I expect things coming back. So he creates an ebook that is helpful to them for whatever niche he's in, and he sends that out free. And maybe in the ebook there's a link to a product he's selling, and maybe because he sent this out free and the people are saying, oh, this is good, this guy's a good guy, this is interesting book, I'll take a look at this. And maybe he's got 100 subscribers at this point, and these get the ebook, and maybe 2 or 3 buy. So he's starting to get some cash coming in. And then he sends another email saying, maybe you missed this in my last email because I got this free report and I've got a lot of great feedback coming from it. People are really keen on it. So he sends that out, and then maybe he goes back to Facebook again and he puts in some more cash. But he adds the free report into his autoresponder, and he's got a nice thank you page, which is a step that most people miss out on. And that all goes to doing extra things, and he's giving extra bonuses and giving extra value. And the people are warming to him. They're getting to say, oh, this is pretty good. And then maybe he's getting a few more sales, and maybe he's starting to get to the point where he's breaking even on his advertising. So I think, so I'm going to try that Plenty of Fish again, because I know people do get good results on there, and now I'm getting better results here with this. So maybe he goes back to Plenty of Fish as well, and he tries that again, and maybe he gets some more subscribers there and makes a few more sales. And now maybe he's making a profit. Maybe it's only $10 or $20 a week, but he's making a profit. Why? All because he didn't quit. He took action, and he looked at the results, and he said, why am I getting these results? And then he focused on tweaking and testing whatever he could. He didn't say, oh, this isn't working, I'm going to go to the next thing. And when he finds that's not working, he moves on to the next thing and the next thing. And this is what being in business is about. It's about taking action, seeing what the results are. It's like if you're employing somebody. When I talked about, are you an employee or an employer? You're an employer, and you employ somebody, and they're losing you money. You've got to either retrain them, you've got to have a talk with them, you've got to get their attitude right, you've got to change the way that they're doing things, or you get rid of them. And you employ somebody else. You don't say, oh, well, it's no good employing people. You say, that guy wasn't right. It's my fault because I chose him. I've got to try this next person, and be more particular, and use what I learned from that last employment to make better decisions on this new one. And so that is the next thing. It's all about testing and tweaking, and that is without losing your focus, without changing from one thing to the next. You're sticking with it. You've decided on it. You're going to make it work. If this system works for somebody else, there's no reason why it can't work for you. You've just got to learn how to do it. And I'm sorry, but there's no elevator to success. You've got to climb the stairs. You've got to take it step by step. And if you do that, then you'll get there. But we're talking about making money fast. And another thing that I find when people start online, they tell me, I've got no money. I've got to do it all free. Now, I have views on that. I know that it's not true. I've been in the home business industry for 40 years, and the two big excuses are I've got no time or I've got no money. And the good thing is they are excuses. They're not valid. Because if you want something enough, you make the time and you find a way of getting the cash that you need. No matter what it is, that's what you do. I know there are times when you've bought things you wanted that deep down inside you'd said to yourself, really, I can't afford that. But you've gone out and bought it because you wanted it. You've found a way to get the money together. And you know what? After a short period of time, that money's back where it was anyway. You've made that money back from some area, because whatever level you're at, your income is going to stay pretty constant until you start to change, and that way you'll change your income. Your income will start going up. But while your income is constant, you say, well, I've got to have that thing, whatever it is. I've got to have that. And I know it's going to be a struggle, and I know that I really should be doing this with my money and not that, but I'm going to have it. So you go out and you buy it, whether it's a new television or a new car, or you paint the house, or whatever it might be that you spend that money on. And you know, after a short period of time, it's as if you've not spent that money. You're at the same position, you're in the same situation, except you've got what it was you wanted. And that's the way money works. But for you to break out of that level, you've got to change your value, the value you have of yourself. And you do that by giving more people more value. And so we'll put value on this. Provide more value. And when you do that, when you provide more value, you'll feel good about it. You'll know, look, I'm doing something for these people. I'm doing this and it's good, and it increases your self-esteem. And as that increases, your income will increase. You will start to mix with people that have a greater income. I think it was, no, I'm not going to quote who it was. There's lots of books out there, there's lots of stuff that'll tell you that your income is probably the average of the 5 people you associate most with. So if you're associating with people that are making 20,000 a year, the chances are you're making 20,000 a year. If you start associating with people making 50,000 a year, you will find that your vision changes, your thoughts change, and your income will change, and it'll get up into those higher brackets. And you can only do that by changing the way you think, the way that you are, and increasing your personal self-esteem, your personal value. And you do that by giving other people more value. Now, to get back to it, what I was saying was a lot of people come into this industry and they say, I've got no money and I've got no time, but I want this amazing internet lifestyle. Okay? That's not realistic. That is the employee in them. So you change and you become the employer, the businessman, and you say, okay, that's what I want, that's what I'm focused on. I'm going to invest time and money into that. Because people start and they say, I want the 3 methods of driving traffic. And I can give you loads of them. And do they work? Yeah, they do, but they take time. They take a lot of your time, and they take a lot of time to start working. Sometimes, if you're putting in consistent effort on a daily basis in 3 methods of driving traffic, you can see results in 3 to 6 months. But people don't want results in 3 to 6 months, and that's not the fastest way to make money online. And most people won't stick with it for 3 to 6 months because they want it now. They want what's in the microwave before the timer's gone to 0. So if you're looking to make money online, you need paid traffic. There's lots of different ways of getting paid traffic, but you've got to be looking at paid as opposed to free. I'm going to write that down, paid, not free. Because with paid traffic, it's like a tap. You turn it on and it can be there. It can be there within an hour. Sometimes it takes longer. You might have to, depending on what you're doing, you might have to book it for a day or 2 days in advance or something. But it's there at a specific time you get what you've paid for. Then people say, okay, I'll go with paid traffic. What's the cheapest paid traffic? What's going to cost me the least money? And this is the next big mistake. They go out and they say, okay, I'll buy 1 million addresses for $35 or whatever it is, the offer that they've seen. They might as well just pick up the phone book and start calling the numbers and say, look, are you interested in making money? I've got a way that you can do it. No, okay, next number. They're going to get a better response from the phone book than they are from those. What is the cheapest free traffic? Cheapest free traffic is traffic that you can convert to make a profit on. And when I say make a profit on, I'm not talking about putting in $100 and getting $1,000 out. I'm talking about putting in $100 and getting $101 out, because that is turning a profit. And if you can do that in a day, that's a 1% profit in a day. And if you can compound that day after day after day after day, and once you start tweaking and changing things, and you change the things that you're doing, you can increase that to 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you get really good at it, you can make double-figure percentages. That is what I'm talking about, making a profit. And you will find that if you're buying the cheapest leads, you're never going to make a profit. If you're buying the cheapest traffic, it's not going to be good. So you've got to look for traffic where people are buying that are getting results. And if you don't get results with that traffic, it's not the traffic, it's the way you're doing things. And then you've got to start changing things, changing your headlines, changing your opt-in form, adding in extra resources, extra gifts, extra bonuses, improving the way that you're warming people. But if you want to make money fast, you've got to get an offer that is irresistible. You've got to learn to build an offer that's irresistible, and you've got to send qualified traffic to that offer. If somebody's main hobby is fishing and they're not at all interested in golf, it's no good sending those people a golf offer. But if you've got a golf offer, you send it to people that are interested in golf. If you've got a fishing offer, you send it to people that are interested in fishing. And that's one of the things that should be pretty obvious. But I've seen people do it. They send the wrong people to the right offer, or the wrong offer to the right people, whichever way you want to look at it. I'm going to give you 6 of the top niches. We call them niches usually in internet marketing. If you get into CPA, they'll call them verticals. But these are hot ones, and these are ones that you can buy traffic for readily. And I'm going to type these as I tell you. And as I say, I'm going to put this up in, I'm going to put it down as hot niches. And the first one is internet marketing. Okay, that covers home business, multi-level marketing, whatever it is, all sorts of this marketing stuff. Real estate investment is another hot topic. Dating and seduction is another one. I'm sure you've been pestered by people selling all this type of stuff. Forex. I'm going to put etc. there because the stuff that comes into that Forex category, if you like, that literally is gambling. Binary options that they sell now, they say binary options is trading. It's trading in, it's not trading anything. It's just gambling at very poor odds. But it's a hot market, and I'm covering it in the Forex there. Self-improvement. And hobbies. People spend a lot of money on hobbies, whatever it is. So those are probably the top 6 that I can think of off the top of my head. You want to be one of those niches because they are the niches that it's easiest to buy targeted traffic for. Okay? And you test it small. You test it small. If you can't make a profit on it, or you can't get the opt-ins, or you can't get people to, then maybe your traffic source isn't right, maybe your offer isn't right. But you build an offer. Ideally, you want to be interested in what it is you're building your offer for. You want to be building your offer in something that you have an interest in, because then you can say to yourself, would this offer attract me? And if it wouldn't, you need to change it, because that offer has got to be irresistible. There are a lot of people out there marketing to these groups. Why? Because they are groups that'll spend money. My wife's into quilting, and her friends, and they'll spend thousands of pounds on quilting machines and patterns and materials and all sorts of things. They have literally thousands and thousands of pounds invested in equipment and materials and stuff. Fishing, people spend thousands. But golf. I like to play golf, but I've not played for many years. But when I was playing, I remember speaking to one guy in the club, and he'd spent nearly $1,000 on a new driver. If you're not into golf, that is just one club. Now, okay, if this guy was a top professional, it might be worthwhile. This guy had a handicap of something like 28, you know. He could only hit the ball once out of every 3 swings, you know. What's $1,000 driver going to do for him? But they'll spend it because they're passionate about their hobby. So those are the things. But you've got to put that, whatever it is you're selling to those people, you target that group, and your offer has to be irresistible. It has to be something that you would look at and say, I've got to have it, because then money goes out of the window. It doesn't matter. There's nothing to do with money. Time goes out of the window because it's there. It's something that they're interested in, they want. Whether they need it or not doesn't matter. People buy what they want rather than what they need very often. If they've got emotional about it because the offer is good, they will buy it if they trust you. And that's where the warming bit comes in. So you've warmed people up, you put an irresistible offer together, and you make sure you target it to the right people, and you do that using paid advertising. And if you do that, you can be making money within days online, very fast. And the more you tweak it, the better you get at it. As I say, there's no elevator to success. You've got to climb the stairs. You make that climb, and it gets better and better. The profits get bigger and bigger. You're able to reinvest, scale things up. And that's another thing about these niches. They are massive. They are massive. I think there are something like 15 million people in the United States alone who are involved in home business opportunities. It might be more than that now. The market is massive. If you can give them something that they want to help them in that business, they'll buy it. And there's 15 million of them. How many do you need to get rich? How many do you need to make a few $1,000s? I can show you, as I say, I'm putting something together where 20 people in your business will be paying you over $2,300 a month. And this is with things that people want. Okay? Very excited. I'm putting it together with the help of, I've got to finalize it. I've got a lot of it in place. I'm working, I've already aligned myself with another online or home business millionaire, but he's online as well. I'm looking at 2 others, and if I can get the 4 of us together, we'll put this out. And the object of it is to help you be successful. And I'm going to be announcing that as soon as it's ready in this thing. You'll need 3 sales to be in profit. 20 will give you, not 20 personal sales, just 20 people in your business will give you over $2,000 a month. And if you get up to 40 people in your business, it goes exponentially. It doesn't just double the money. You'll be up around about the 100,000 a year mark. Okay, so lots and lots of exciting things coming. So that's there. So what do you want to do? Okay, you've got to build a list. Let me put these down as well, because I know they're pretty basic and most of you understand this, but it's worth going over because you've got to build a list. I don't care what it is you're selling. If you're not building a list, you're not building a business. You've got to build your list, and you build that with a free offer. And what you do then is you make sure that you've got a big list, but the list has got to be responsive. You've got to warm them. Okay, and then once you've got that, not until you've got that, is you put together an irresistible fur. Okay, and then you drive traffic from your list and from paid traffic sources and from maybe some free stuff as well, but gradually build that in. But paid sources, joint ventures, and paid advertising. What's a joint venture? A joint venture is when you're paying somebody a proportion of the profits of whatever it is you're selling. It can be done in many ways. The easiest way probably is through affiliates. So if you've got your own product that you've put together, and it's this amazing thing, it's easy enough to put it up on ClickBank or somewhere like that. They've already got thousands of affiliates, probably hundreds of thousands of affiliates. They're looking for stuff to promote. And if you can put together a great offer and with a great JV page, something that, once again, you're selling people the idea that they can make money promoting what it is you want them to sell. So you've got to put that together in a sales page, a JV offer, and you tell them why it's going to be good promoting your offer, because it only costs this much and they get all this, and I'm providing you with email swipes and banners and all this sort of stuff, you know. And you build it into a sales page to get the affiliates to sign up and start promoting your thing. And okay, you're paying somebody, if you like, to sell your stuff for you. And the more affiliates you've got, the better. That's the easiest way of getting into joint ventures. Once you become established and you start making a name and people start seeing you and understanding that you can do the job, you can talk to other people that are in marketing that have got big followings. And you can talk to them and you can say, how about I send people to this offer for you and you send people to my offer for me? And you work that way. You know, you can have your offer on their thank you page and they can put their offer on your thank you page, this sort of thing. You can do joint ventures that way. And it enhances for both of you because they've got something that they're selling and they're giving an extra product, or maybe not giving it, but they're introducing an extra product into the funnel that's your product, but it's helping, it's allied with it. And you might even cut them a deal on it. You might even say, you know, your people can have can have a discount on it, and you know, you work things out. So there's different ways of doing joint ventures, but joint ventures are incredibly profitable. And as I say, affiliates, I mean, you can put them up on things like the forum. I've only been online for 15 years. I forgot Warrior Forum. There we go. I'm not very technical. I can't build wonderful websites. I don't know how to do HTML or Java or PHP. I don't even know what some of them mean. It doesn't matter. Just be yourself, be honest, give great value, do what we've talked about, paid traffic, that's the way forward. Have we got anything in the chat? Okay, yeah, I've got them in Notepad. They're there for you, and I'm going to put them up now. He said, looking for his Notepad. I'm going to put them up for you now. And that's what I've written. And that's there, and that's for you to look at. So that's what I've written. You can do a screenshot of that or whatever you want. But that's just what I've been talking about. It's fast, where you can get fast money. You've got to focused. You've got to stick with it and put in the groundwork. You won't get the internet lifestyle overnight. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way. It's there. It's there for you, and you can do it. Some people have done it in short space of time. Some people have taken longer. But there we go. So who are you, an employer or an employee? You've got to have that employer attitude, the businessman attitude, the entrepreneur attitude. You've got to have the vision to know what you want, and then you've got to focus on how you're going to get it and not switch. You've got to make sales. If you don't make sales, you've no business. You've got to test and tweak consistently, even when everything falls flat. You've got to say, why didn't it work? How can I improve it? And you've got to stick with it, because if you go on to the next thing, the same thing's going to happen. You're going to go on to the next thing, and that's not going to work, and you go on to the next thing, and you're going to be what? Great for me. You're going to be one of these perpetual buyers. Are you a buyer? Let's write that on the notepad. Are you a buyer or a seller? I'm going to put it in where am I going to put it in? Now, I know we all buy stuff. I still buy lots of stuff. But it's where your focus is. Are you focused on buying, or are you focused on selling? And that is and that is what we're talking about. You've got to be a seller. You've got to be looking at selling. Isn't a dirty word. It's not something nasty that people do. You provide value, and people are happy to pay you for providing that value. Okay, and that's what you've got to be looking at. Providing the value. People will be happy to pay you for the value. I've got the part 4 of the offer. That should be there in your pop-ins now. That should come up on your screen. I'm happy to answer any questions that you've got on what we've covered this week. I'm happy if you've got any questions. That's you can be making money within weeks easily online if you adopt the right attitude. You become an entrepreneur, not an employee. You become a seller, not a buyer. And you focus on your goals, and you don't change, and you make it work. It's not about, oh, I'll give this a shot until it works, or I find it doesn't work. Because if that's your attitude, it's never going to work. You've got to say, okay, this is what I'm doing, and I am going to make that work. As I say, I've got something that I'm going to be announcing. I can't give you a date because I'm still testing and tweaking some of the things, but it's coming together really nicely. It'll solve a lot of your problems. You know, two of the biggest problems I've found when I was building businesses in multi-level marketing and things, and it's the same with your list building. It's recruiting, or getting them to sign up for your list, or getting them into your business, and retaining them in your list, or retaining their interest in what you have to say, or retaining them in your multi-level business. You get so many people that are putting 2 people in at the front and 3 people are dropping in at the end. You know, they're in this constant rat race, just trying to put more people in because the people are falling out as quickly as they're putting them in. You know, it's like lemmings diving off a cliff. You've got to solve those 2 problems, recruiting and retention. And that is whether you're building a list, whatever you're selling, whatever you're doing, but especially refers to if you're building a business in multi-level marketing or something like that, and anything where you're earning commissions on either repeat commissions on one tier, because you've got to retain those, or whether you're earning commissions on more than one tier, 2-tier, 3-tier, multi-levels, whatever it is. Recruiting, retention, recruiting, retention, recruiting, retention. These are the things that stop people succeeding online. Partly because they don't focus on it, partly because they won't do what's necessary, partly because the systems are too complicated, partly because they don't understand what they're supposed to be doing. But what I'm putting together is something where if you can fail 99% of the time, in other words, succeed 1% of the time, you can retire within 12 months on over $100,000 a year. Does that sound interesting? Would anybody like that? Is anybody excited at the prospect of that? Let me know. Let me know. Because I think it's amazing. I mean, it's got me excited, and I don't even need it. I say there's another millionaire already involved in this with me, and I'm looking at getting another couple involved. So that's the direction I'm going to be taking. I can't spell irresistible, I've just noticed. Anyway, never mind. You know what it means. Any questions, anybody? I see you've got the downloads. Any questions? Anybody excited about the fact that with just 1% success, you could retire in 12 months with over 100,000 a year income? No? Dennis says, yeah. Okay. Sounds good to me, Dennis, too. Okay, you want to be getting people on here because when we release this baby, you can sign these people up. And with just 3 people, you'll be in profit. Just 3 people, you'll be in profit. And I'm going to make it even easier for you because I'm going to help you get your people, because I'm going to just build in a straight line down, bang, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And that is going to mean that you're going to get, we're only going to be paying through 2 tiers. It's going to be very, very simple. Very, very simple. So, so it means that if you're in, you're going to get at least 2 people from my efforts in your downline, because I'm just going to build straight down, bang. I don't suggest you do that because you're not going to make money from it, but we're going to go straight down, give you 2, you find 1 person yourself, bang, you're in profit. Okay? How's that sound? So that's what I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm putting there for you. You've had a chance to get a screenshot of that now. I'm coming back to say cheerio. We've been on for an hour. I've covered a lot of stuff. There is no reason why, if you follow what I've said, you put it into action, you take action, there's only you can stop you from being successful. There's only you and what's been programmed into your mind by society and other people that really don't understand what life is about. You've got to get rid of all that nonsense. Scrap it. It's been fed to you by well-meaning people. It's been fed to you by your parents. It's been fed to you by your teachers at school, your lecturers at university, whatever it is. It's been fed to you by your friends, your neighbours, everybody that doesn't understand what life's about. Stop listening to it. Start listening to people like Bob Proctor, Richard Branson, Donald Trump. Read about Henry Ford. Start spending time there. You've got the time. It's just how you apportion it. Scrap watching the rubbish that's on television. Get rid of your television would be my prime advice, although it's not easy to do. I have a television at the moment, but for many years I've not had a television. I've got a television at the moment because we had somebody that was staying with us that needed the entertainment, so we bought a television, and it's most of the time it's switched off. I do like to watch sport, so I do watch some sport on it. I certainly don't watch the news. It's depressing, and it's a waste of my time. I don't watch soap operas. I don't watch all this nonsense. I would rather watch Les Brown bouncing up and down the stage with energy about how he's Mrs. Brown's little boy than anything that they can put on that box, and it's going to do me far more good. So make the time. Set yourself apart. You only need 2 to 3 hours a day. Spend 1.5 to 2 hours on your personal development, and an hour not just being busy. Being busy isn't going to make you money. You've got to be busy in the right areas, being effective. What's being effective? Making sales, doing the things that make sales. Traffic, conversions, traffic, conversions, traffic, conversions, traffic, conversions, leads, conversions, traffic, leads, conversions, sales, and getting good at it. Okay? Scrap all the rest. The rest of it doesn't matter. Conversions, sales. Don't think you're being busy by reading your email or whatever it is. That's not being busy. You might be busy doing it, but it's not being effective. You've got to be effective. Okay? So that's it for today. I've not got anything else. Thank you for your comments up here, and as always, promote this. We're going to get bigger and better. I've got a vision of success for you all. I believe in you. I believe in you more than you believe in yourself. I'm telling you that now. You can do it. And I'm going to help you get there, but I can't do it for you. I'm going to do all I can, but I can't do it for you. But what I'm putting together is going to make a big difference in your life. It's exciting. Get other people excited about it. Get them here. They're going to be part of your sales. 20 people for a couple of grand. Worthwhile, yeah? Okay. That's it. That's it from me today. I think you're all in. I don't know what you all are, actually. There's some names here I don't recognize. There's some that I do. But if you're not in SAWP, get involved in SAWP, sawwp.com. Get back to whoever invited you to this, and just do it. It's free registration. If you want to upgrade, you can upgrade. It starts at $7 and you get masses of stuff for $7. So go to sawwp.com, get a link off whoever invited you. If you don't know who invited you, just join anyway, and you'll be allocated to somebody on a random basis. Okay, that's it from me. God bless you all. Thanks for being here. Remember, I believe in you and I'm here to help you succeed. That is my one aim and ambition. God bless.